Assalamu alaikum guys, this is Mr. Middlepath and I wanted to tell everyone Eid Mubarak. So this is my Eid gift to all of you guys. It's been about a week since Eid, so hopefully you guys all spent some good times with your family, and I'm hoping that everyone can be able to benefit from this video. And I've been told a lot both in comments and in messages and just in general that I'm very articulate. I'm a very articulate person, alhamdulillah. I know how to convey what I want to convey, or the message that I'm trying to convey. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that helped me do that, because I don't think I was always this communicative, or maybe I was. But the first thing that I like to do is looking up the synonyms of words, right? So if a word is how we express ourselves, having more than one word allows you to express yourself better, because sometimes you don't want that word, you want something that's like it, because the situation is just a little bit different and needs a different word to describe it. And so for example, describe, instead of using describe, you can use the word elucidate, right? And it really depends on who you're with and where you are. Some people might not understand what you're saying, but it's better to have a word and not need it than to need a word and not have it, right? So looking up the synonyms of words will help you expand your vocabulary, and your vocabulary and your understanding of language is what will help you express yourself. Another important thing is that if you guys notice in my videos, I don't cuss. And that's not to say that, oh, I'm this guy who never cusses, and we all have our shortcomings. But, and I'm not gonna get into it from a religious point of view and sins and all of that. And I'm gonna talk about it specifically from the point of view of expressing yourself, right? It took me a while to get that word, right? See, what I was doing in my head there, just so you guys can understand why I paused, I was thinking of the word conveying, or I was thinking of the word conveying or describing, but then I realized expressing yourself was the better description that I was trying to use for the message that I was trying to share with you all. So when expressing yourself, when you think about what a swear word is, a swear word is a way that you convey a very strong emotion, right? You hurt yourself, or you are angry, or you want to say something and be very forceful. So someone uses a curse word like F you or whatever, or what the F, and when they say that, they are automatically, that word comes in their mind and they automatically say it, and that's the best way they have of expressing the very strong emotion that's inside of them. When you force yourself to not use swear words, you're actually getting yourself out of autopilot. So when you get yourself out of autopilot, what are you forcing your brain to do? You're forcing your brain to think and use another word or another description to express itself, or to express yourself. Talking about the brain or yourself expressing your emotion. So instead of just conveying or yelling out the expression, you now have to think, pause, and say, okay, well, how do I really get across what I'm trying to get across, right? And this is how you can increase your level of sophistication as well, because really using swear words consistently is a sign of someone who's not trained in the use of their mind, right? So you want to be the person who's using their brain consistently and not just putting it in the shelf and letting it rest, right? So that's the problem that a lot of people have. When you are on autopilot, or when you are on a routine, you're not actually increasing your skills. But when you are forcing yourself to engage in an activity, or engage in an activity with intention and with consciousness, now you are literally utilizing your brain and you're getting better, because you're aware of what you're doing wrong and what you're trying to do right. So when you stop using swear words, when you stop using curse words, and you instead now force your brain to think about how you actually want to express your emotion, you're actually training the use of your mind. You're actually becoming you're actually training the use of your mind, you're increasing your intelligence, or you're increasing the expression of your intelligence. And keep in mind that your brain is plastic, meaning, not plastic, there's neuroplasticity in your brain, meaning that your neurons will will connect and reconnect depending on what activities you do. So your neural connections get stronger in a certain way when you practice the use of something, meaning that you can train yourself to become smarter, for want of a better word, smarter. So do that, guys. Don't use curse words, and try and use things instead of curse words to express your very strong emotions. When you have strong emotions, it's going to force your brain to work, it's going to force you to think. And then the other thing is start learning syllables. Learn the syllables of words, look up syllables for fun, that's what I like to do. And read. When you read, you learn how other people express themselves, and you're able to try and imbibe that pattern of thinking within your own self. So you're actually like taking other people's taking from the minds of other people and adding it to your own skill set, or your own tool, your own set of tools that you have. You're increasing the tools that you have, and the more tools that you have, the more situations that you're able to take care of. Because if all you're doing is expressing yourself in one way, then all you have is a hammer. Everything starts to look like a nail, like they say. So anyways, guys, that's the video. Eid Mubarak. Take care, everyone, and peace out.